ready to kick it away first. He'll bring it out. It's Morrill. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Now a timeout was called. Play clock was all the way down to 2. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Now here's Reed. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch.
Man, I love the catch radius on this guy. If you just put it somewhere near his body, he's going to be able to reel it in. That was a phenomenal job, showing you his athleticism and also his concentration, making that outstanding grab.
They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. Using his feet. Surged ahead for a couple there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Reed! All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38.
I love offensive coordinators. They're not afraid to be aggressive early in games. And how about that? Dialing up a shot right away in the first series, trying to seize the momentum.
And the Aggies will have it 1st and 10. Motion from the wideout. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. Inside the 25. And he's brought down after a nice game.
And as a defensive guy, man, when you play a QB like this that will take off and run and has the speed to make you pay, it just limits what you can do. It limits the amount of coverages. It just makes you play a lot more hesitant. And you can see right there, man, the guy's got speed. Interested to see how this defense continues to attack this QB.
He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
Yeah, just not able to connect that time with his target on the in-breaking route. Got to have a little bit better rhythm. You know these windows are going to be small over the middle of the field, and that's why you try to put some extra mustard on it, but I think that time, that's what forced the incomplete.
This crowd knows when to bring it. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. It's 3rd and 5. This quarterback part of their running game. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Aggies!
I don't know how many people expected this to happen, playing on the road in this environment against a better opponent, but they showed tremendous poise on the opening drive. Nice execution. They scored a touchdown. That was big time.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. side. It's Richard. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
He'll run it again. He picks up maybe a couple before he stopped right at the 30-yard line.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
And that third down pass left a vapor trail, but it's incomplete.
I want to give a shout-out to the defense there on third down, doing a really nice job disguising their cover.
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. On fourth down, he'll try to toss it. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on fourth down, and they keep the drive alive. They'll snap it on first down from the 35. The run inside. It's Richard. At the 45 on his way. He's stopped right at the 50-yard line, but they'll move the chains. It's first down.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
Well, the offense trying to stay aggressive, right? You just came up with a huge play, and right away you go back to another pass, but you got to do a better job protecting your quarterback. Can't give up a sack there.
Looking to throw, it's Hoover. Under fire. He's sacked. This defense all over him.
Man, you have to love getting to the quarterback early in this football game. Your first drive, how about your offense? They already took care of business, put up points for you. Now you're getting to the quarterback, getting sacks. Great start for this squad.
And whatever they did on first and second down, don't do that anymore. Third and very long coming up. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Turns it loose. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down.
Well, we saw earlier in the game after not getting it on third, going for...
Guys, look at this. They're going to gamble and go for it here on fourth and long. The offense changing the play. On fourth down, trying to find his man. He's going for a big play downfield. Oh, right through his hands. They came out attacking, wanted to impose their will, and they missed a big chance on that one.
Well, I knew the coach was confident in his offense. I did not know he was that confident this early in the game. Fourth and long. I thought he just pumped that one away and let his defense take the field. Interesting.
Steps away to find some room. And it'll be incomplete. He got on the move trying to make something happen, but just couldn't find a man.
Well, after getting the takeaway now, you're in the fringe area just outside the red zone. The offense trying to stay aggressive. They're throwing it right away, seeing if they can catch the defense sleeping after now just coming on the field. But give the defense credit. They were aware. They were ready for it. Made sure that one fell incomplete.
Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down in the 42.
Well, remember, the defense allowed a rushing touchdown to this quarterback on the last drive, so a nice job making some adjustments on the sideline. They look like they've got a little bit of a better plan for him, and more people are more aware of when he's going to keep the football. That time, they don't just get a sack, but they generate a massive loss.
Lining up to convert third down. Texas A&M has the lead at the end of the quarter. Let's take a peek at the numbers so far. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. Well, this offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on third down. Reed. Unloads to the wideout. Complete in the middle. Touchdown, Aggies. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. The Hoosiers offense all set and ready to crank things up. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here and make something happen on this side of the football.
With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. Handoff from the gun. This defensive front just ran free in the backfield. He'll lose 3.
And how about the timing of the linebacker on the blitz to get in the backfield and get the tackle for loss?
Is there anything better for a linebacker than to run on a blitz and nobody's home except the back?
Such a great feeling when the Moses parts the Red Sea and the hole opens up and you go fill it.
Sends it downfield. Upstairs, he's got it. And he was off to the races. Finally tripped up at the 36.
Yeah, I think if you're on offense right now, you're thinking, I don't know if our defense can stop them. They couldn't do it the last drive out. We're down a lot on the scoreboard right now, so we need to score touchdowns every time we have the ball. That was a big play for them, but they got to cap this thing off.
Looking to pass. It's Hoover. Throws to the wideout. What a job to lay out and make the catch.
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line, and he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play, laying out, keeping the football from touching the turf. Great concentration, great effort by the receiver.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. He'll pull it on the read. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Indiana!
And this offense showing off a little diversity, right? Like being able to run that option a different way, get a receiver that can catch the ball on the pitch, confuse the defense enough to create enough opportunity for the QB to keep it and punch it in the end zone.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they closed the deal, pushing their way inches into the end zone. Coming out with it, it's Bussey. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. The Texas A&M offense is back on the field. They've come out smoking with touchdowns on each of their first 2 drives, and they're back to work now. Here's Reed to throw. Looking for space to the left. On the run, fires downfield. Makes a connection. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. How long have the Aggies been fishing for jumbo plays like that one?
Just dying for it. They just want high-flying offense. They want fun. They want excitement. They had it back in the day with Johnny Manziel. Been searching for those big-time plays, that big-time offense since that point.
He works his way across the 40-yard line. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 41.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
They got 3 on the last pass. Here comes 2nd and 7. Wide receiver going in motion. Just going to keep it after the snap. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. Deafening noise. Reed trying to cut through it. Looking to the big tight end. A strike downfield. He got loose, almost housed it, finally dragged down at the 32.
And it's hard to imagine a defense losing the big fella, losing the tight end, but where was the coverage? Something broke down right there between linebackers and safeties to try to figure out where he was. He's the beneficiary. Catches the football, a lot of grass in front of him to make a big play.
A&M comes back out with another 1st down. Fighting off the defender. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
It's so easy to let your eyes lie to you, to see the ball kind of go the other way. What's my assignment? My assignment is to make sure I contain on the backside. Great job by the defense, not getting fooled, playing their assignment, making the play.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Play fake, Marcel Reed. Starts to scramble to the left. He'll get rid of it. Put it where only his man could get it and gave him enough room to get the foot down.
And, man, you love to see that from this offense. Coming out and answering, right? Like putting a drive together. Their defense just gave up a touchdown. But you want to snatch the momentum back. Nice job putting a little bit of a drive together. Now let's go cap this thing off with a touchdown.
They get him corralled, but he carries it all the way down to the 7-yard line.
You got to be impressed by what you've seen by this offense so far in this game. In the first half, they've got a nice lead, and they've been able to do it with explosive plays, but they've also been able to do it with efficiency and getting 1st downs and staying on the field. And you saw another great example.
And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Aggies. That touchdown puts them up by at least 2 scores. Too early to say it's over? Probably, but boy, it's starting to feel that way.
It might not be over, but you're in trouble, and you better find some answers really, really quickly. This team is putting everything together, and right now you got nothing going. Come on, give me something.
Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball.
But we're only in the first half, and I don't think anybody had onside kick in the 2nd quarter on their bingo card. They were trying to catch the opponent off guard, but it didn't work. Now let's find out what this offense can do. You have got to make them pay for gambling like that.
Now improvising. He'll pull it down. He'll pick up a few before being knocked out of bounds at the 31.
1st and 10, the whole menu open. You can run the football. You can do whatever you want. You can tell they call a pass. He does a really good job in the pocket, just being a great athlete. Scramble outside, go get another 1st down, 1st and 10 again.
Love the push by the offensive line on that RPO play. Look how they just work the single teams and the double teams. You see linemen chipping off of their guys and climbing into the 2nd level and getting a hat on the linebacker. That's why those types of plays are successful.
Tell you what, that was a lightning-fast decision. You could tell he knew what he wanted to do right away, makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that.
Oh, he can't hang on. Almost had the interception, and this guy makes so many big plays but couldn't come up with that one. It'll be 4th down.
If they're able to make that pick, they're wiping points off the board. But because he dropped it, now it's 4th down, and of course, they're still in field goal range with an opportunity to score 3.
Makes the grab. Got enough space. Touchdown, Hoosiers. Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
And that was a really big score here at the end of the first half, just for their confidence and their momentum. They're obviously still losing right now on the scoreboard, but you had the feeling something positive had to happen here at the end of the first half for them to go in at halftime, regroup, and come out in the second half now trying to build on that successful drive offensively.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Bussey. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Play action with Reed. Going long. Reels it in and goes out of bounds on the left side after the huge gain. A huge pickup on the play before he goes out of bounds, but the question is, will it stand? There is a penalty marker on the field. Bringing the heat. And they got it.
Well, the offense got themselves into trouble. They're back in their own end. It's an obvious passing situation, so the defense is just pitting their ears back, and they're trying to get after him. They could not allow him to escape, step up, get rid of the football. They take a sack very close to the goal line.
After the sack, they have their work cut out for them. Basically, they have to get it to the other side of town. Quarterback keeps it. Maybe some room here. Picks up the first down. The 50. He's inside the 40. The 20. Inside the... all the way. Touchdown, Texas A&M.
This quarterback is so unique, and he's so special because of his running ability. His wiggle, his speed, and his burst in the open field. He's like a running back playing the quarterback position, and he shows you that on that play.
And the extra point is good for a 28-14 lead. That drive took no time at all. A couple of plays and finished it with a long run for the touchdown. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Going with the ground game left. Turning it on. Good gain there. Picks up the first down, and now maybe this offense attacks before the half. And as we work our way toward halftime, timeout on the field. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Might be changing the route. Back to throw, it's Hoover. Rushes on him. Can't make the connection. Incomplete pass, and 1 second remains.
Well, they're trying to get the big fella the football in the passing game, but they haven't been able to do that yet. He is a really nice target with his size and his athleticism, but him and the QB, they just don't seem to be on the same page right now.
Misfired on first down, back to the air on second. Looking deep. Incomplete. He took a shot on the final play of the quarter and couldn't quite find his man. So the first half has come to a close. We'll take a break and head over to the halftime show. Texas A&M ready to kick it away to get the third quarter started. He'll bring it out. It's Beebe. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. Indiana comes out ready to get this drive underway. I imagine we'll see them go right back to work up top after how productive that passing game was in the first half.
And it's interesting. If I'm the defense and I've got the lead, they've had success throwing the football, but we're winning. I don't know that this defense changes too much of what they've done in the first half.
I think they got to do a better job with pass rush. They might want to change their coverages as well because they're probably at this point expecting this offense to have to keep throwing, considering they did have success in the first half.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Intercepted, and that's not how you want to start a half. Didn't have a lot of room to run after the pick, but he's done his job. They have it at the 44. The Aggies offense will have another go at it. They'd love nothing more than to take advantage of that early second half turnover and cash in and tack a little bit more onto this lead. He's got his man, makes the grab. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense. And that's a great start here in the second half. Like coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical and more aggressive team.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. Now here's Reed. Still looking, on the move. Didn't have anything working and just had to throw it away on third down.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
And they'll pat the kicker on the tail and tell him to go give it a shot. Timeout taken here by the Aggies. That'll be their first. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. The Aggies will go for it here on 4th down. Fourth down, Reed. Moving out to the right. He'll try to do it himself. They get him out of bounds a couple of yards shy of the line to gain, and the defense makes the stand. Desperately wanted to convert on 4th down, but couldn't do it. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. He threw a pick the last time they had it. Now they have to take care of the football. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Still running at the 40. He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it.
Man, those are so hard to defend. You know, the quarterback, obviously he's doing the run-pass option and creating some indecision in my head. And look at that. He hands it off, and the back gets a quick 10. Easy. You know, like just chews up yardage. Just really, really tough to stop those kind of plays.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive yards.
Finds a man on the left. Touchdown, Indiana! You thought they were done. They're not. They're back, baby!
And just a really nice throw. Really good touch towards the sideline on that corner route. And the receiver does a nice job catching the football and immediately getting up the field, getting in the end zone for the big touchdown.
And the extra point cuts the lead to 7, 28-21. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the final 34 yards covered by that touchdown pass. He'll bring it out. It's Morrow. Smashes him with the stiff arm. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on fourth down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. And the defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before. So you got to come back out here, take the field. It's a fresh set of downs, brand new drive. Let's go out and execute, put some points on the board.
And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Well, really nice catch there, and I'll tell you, ever since Texas A&M made the move to the SEC, their path to the national championship got way harder. If they're going to win today, they've got to come up with big plays in the passing game. This guy gives them that opportunity. He gives them a chance not just to compete for conference titles, but for national championship.
Wide open, he makes the catch. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Fires into the end zone. Picked off inside the 20, and they snuff out the threat. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
You can't give points away when you're a QB. You have to understand, I got to be aggressive, and it's tough in the red zone because those are really tight windows. But, man, the one thing I cannot do is turn the football over. I got to make sure I get points. Really poor decision. Great play by the defense.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Richard. Brought down at the 25 after he picked up 10.
Wow, the running back there showing you his skill set as he's able to rip off that one for a first down.
They've got it 1st and 10 from the 25. They'll give it to him again. There's some room. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
I think the coaches sort of got together and decided, hey, on this drive, we're going to establish the run. We're going to be more physical. First two plays of the drive are run plays, and both have had success. The players have gotten the message very, very clearly. We have got to come out here.
Intercepted, and that is the last thing they needed. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business.
Well, coming out of the tunnel in the third quarter, this quarterback now is really struggling with his decision-making. 2 picks here in the third quarter. This looks like Jekyll and Hyde from what we saw in the first half.
Well, and the bad thing is they're going to be in passing situations. They're coming from behind. They're going to need him to play better. Like, he's going to have to read the field better and make some plays if they want to get back in this football game.
And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain.
Well, we're not quite in the fourth quarter yet. We're almost there, but you're seeing the attitude shift now for this offense. They've got the lead, so they've got to be able to run the football. You're going to see a lot more of that, I think, as this game keeps going on. They're trying to wear this defense down when the game is almost over.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Play fake, read. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
And that's a better job by this defense. That's exactly what they've got to start doing more. He's had a lot of success on the ground. It's apparent. He will take off and move. So how do we keep him in the pocket? Get him behind the line of scrimmage, fluster him a little bit, and don't let him use those moves.
We've reached the break, and Texas A&M leads it. And we've reached the end of the third, and time is running out if they're going to cut into this deficit. Let's take a look at our game stats before we move on. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. So we open the final period with a third down play. Maybe a double pass. Fires to the wideout. Nobody fooled with the trickeration. It'll bring up fourth down. Now wait just a second here. I don't see the kicker coming out. I think they're going to go for it here. Marcel Reed to throw for it on fourth. Deep shot for the end zone. And it's incomplete, and this defense makes a fourth down stop.
Now, those fourth down stops are so huge for momentum to turn the ball back to your offense. Great pass defense, seeing the ball, breaking on it, swatting it down so the receiver couldn't make a play. Nice job by this defense.
And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
They'll keep it on the ground. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
As they come to the line on third and short from the 43, I wonder if they already know they'll go for it if they don't make it here. Got the back over the middle. They'll get it to the 48, no need to measure. It's a first down. The Hoosiers come to the line with a new set of downs. Dropping back, it's Hoover. Here comes the heat. And it's a sack. The defense coming up big there, and the sack is great, but the secondary deserves some credit too.
No doubt. When you can cover like that in the secondary and drop back in your zone and only rush a few, and you feel comfortable getting home, and they're going to get to the quarterback, that is a great feeling, and it's fun to be a defensive coordinator calling the plays.
Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. Incomplete, thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
And those are frustrating. Like, those drops really annoy you because those running backs are always asking to be more a part of the game plan. Get the ball more, touch it more. An awesome opportunity in the pass game to make a play, ball right in his hands, and that is a missed opportunity.
Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
On third and long, you know what's coming. That's exactly where you want to get an offense. The passing game has to come out. You go.
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. On fourth down, looking for the completion. He wants to go deep. Leaping grab for a big gain. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert and keep this drive going. And the Hoosiers have their offense in high gear. Off the play fake on first down. On target to the left. Breaks free, and he might be gone. Touchdown, Hoosiers! Rolling into the end zone, and this crowd was eating it up.
And that is just outstanding execution on that pass play. Great route by the receiver. Good timing on the throw by the QB. Receiver catches it in stride, turns on the jets, and is gone.
The extra point here would tie the game. And no problem on that extra point, and we have a tie ball game here in the fourth. They took it 64 yards right down the field. And the score comes on a pass from 40 yards out. Fielded in the end zone. It's Morrow. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. The Texas A&M offense goes back to work. Tie game, fourth quarter, plenty of time to work with, exactly where you want to be in this one. Picks his way ahead, pick up a 3, and gets it to the 20-yard line.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Reed on the play action. Steps to his left, out of the pocket. He's got it. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. Throwing Reed. Got his man downfield. Right down the gut of the field. He'll be stopped at the 6-yard line, but what a job picking up yardage after the catch. Texas A&M will line up with a 1st and goal. Back to throw, it's Reed. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game.
Man, we've got a back-and-forth battle going here late in the game. 4th quarter, offense hits an explosive play. The defense comes right back, though, and gets the sack.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Here's the pressure. And it's intercepted. Oh, what a big play in a tie game. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. The defense was looking for a huge play in this tie game, and they have just given their team a great opportunity.
I think, Reese, at this point of the game, tied late, it's going to come down to who can make the most plays. The defense comes up with a massive play, creating that turnover. Outstanding job by the D. All 11 guys being on the same page, now putting their offense in a great position.
They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the 1st down. The Hoosiers, right after the huge play through the air, back to the line. Using his legs, it's Beebe. At the 35, he's loose. Lots of room to run. Past the 20. Touchdown, Indiana! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the 4th.
What a great game, tied late in the ballgame. Who's going to make the big play? They come up with it late, take the lead. Nice execution. It's hard to execute in these moments. People get tight. The score is tied late in the game. I don't want to mess up, but this offense doesn't worry about messing up. They put the ball in the end zone and take the lead.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. They'll try to add another to their lead. Oh, and it hits the left upright. No good. Only took 2 plays to find the end zone on that drive, and gashing them on the touchdown run finished it off. That'll elevate some sideline blood pressures. You just took the lead, and now you're giving away field position by kicking it out of bounds. They'll move the tight end on the option. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
Thinking about using a timeout right here after that run play. And listen, I get you're trying to keep the defense off guard, but you're losing this game. You've got to throw the football. Now is the time. You've got to be aggressive, trailing in this 2-minute situation.
Moves around to clear up the vision. Slings it downfield. He's open on the right. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the 1st down. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Reed on the move to his left. Gonna let it fly, and he makes the catch inside the 10. The tackle is made, but he's got it 1st and goal from the 6.
Really nice job responding by the offense here. They watched the opponent go down the field and score a touchdown on that last drive, and you could see the quarterback there in the commercial break. He's telling his guys, let's go. We're going to go get this one. Everybody lock in. And that's what you're seeing on this drive. Doing a really, really nice job. They look confident. They're trying to score a touchdown themselves.
Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for 2nd down. Calls his own number. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, Texas A&M. The Aggies get it right back. Just an extra point away from taking the lead late. Oh, and he missed it, and we're still tied. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking to throw, it's Hoover. Under fire. And down he goes. They get the timeout called with 7 seconds left on the clock. And the Hoosiers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Wants to pass, and he's got to make a play. Throws for the tight end. Oh, and it's picked off. This could be huge in a tie game. Trying to take it back. 4 quarters, not enough to settle this one. We're headed to overtime.
And these teams have played so well, back and forth, evenly contested game. How about a little free football, Jesse?
Yeah, I love this, David. Free football. I'm finding out which of these two teams is the most mature. Who can settle down now with the game on the line and make the big play.
We'll get it started here in overtime. Running inside, it's Martin. They'll get him on the ground, but he takes it all the way down to the 10.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks, I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle, nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. The run up the middle, trying to find his way to the goal line. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
This is the most important part of the field. What you did to get down here means nothing. Nice job by this defense, staying confident, staying aggressive, and forcing a 3rd down and goal.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. On 3rd and goal, they'll try to throw it in. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
And, man, now you see why it's such an advantage to play defense first in overtime. So your offense knows exactly what they need. Nice job rushing the quarterback, getting him on the ground, and forcing the would-be field goal attempt next.
Now, the offense is still out there. They're taking a gamble here. They could come up empty by passing on the field goal here on 4th down. Wide receiver comes in motion. Wilson will throw. If he houses this, it's ball game. Going the other way, and he's got room. The 40, the 30, past the 10. He got it in. A walk-off touchdown in overtime.
Man, the offense rolls the dice. They want 6. They choose not to kick a field goal. They